they wanted, they call it critical race theory. Right. That they don't want their children to find out that the reason why their dads have such good jobs and such government contracts and such wonderful houses and such beautiful parks is because great-great-granddaddy unalived hundreds of millions of North American Indians.
That's right.
Millions of Mexicans.
Right.
Millions of so-called blacks. And everything from the Senate, the Congress, the House, the legislature, the banks, the insurance companies, all of it comes from wealth from the transatlantic slave trade.
On Westworld. Right.
Everything is lawful. Westworld.
The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make a little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. I had 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. How damn, now I'm coming up. They coming against me, you dumb or what? You drawing, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge.
There's a lot of worry in the earth right now, and it's being sent by the Lord.
Right.
There's a lot of worry. The problem is, like this priest has been bringing out, for centuries, everyone thought that America was God's kingdom.
Right.
America was so great and wonderful and beautiful, for beautiful mountains, spacious skies. God bless the USA, purple mountains, majesty. Oh, it sounded so good, didn't it?
Right.
Here's the problem. Our oppressors got this land by unaliving Mexicans.
Right.
They unalive Native Americans. They unalive hundreds of millions of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's right.
To steal those beautiful skies. This
Right.
sky above you right now, this sky belongs to the Native Americans. But where are the Native Americans? They're underneath of your feet right now.
That's right.
This ground is paved over their bones. And God has a judgment for that.
That's
the
right.
Christian church does not teach what's actually in the Bible.
Right.
That's why when we come out to speak, it sounds so strange. God is answering our oppressors for the crimes that they have committed that they wanted to hide from their children.
Right.
That they wanted, they call it critical race theory.
Right.
That they don't want their children to find out that the reason why their dads have such good jobs and such government contracts and such wonderful houses and such beautiful parks is because great-great-granddaddy unalived hundreds of millions of North American Indians.
That's right.
Millions of Mexicans.
Right.
Millions of so-called blacks. And everything from the Senate, the Congress, the House, the legislature, the banks, the insurance companies, all of it comes from wealth from the transatlantic slave trade.
That's right.
All of it comes from wealth with the Trail of Tears and the conquest of the New World. Right. And God has justice. Thank God in heaven. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Because this is the only way the children of the slaves can ever get justice. What did God say? Give me 18 and 11. Okay. What did God say, man? God has a lot to say. The Christian church is a very unjust organization. They teach that everyone is supposed to seek justice, except if you are Black, Latino, and Native American. When you want justice for your people, then you are evil. Just for you to talk about the crimes that have been done to your people, you are looked at as the evil one. But the Jewish man can talk about the Holocaust. The Tibetans can talk about what China has done to them.
Right.
You understand? They can talk about the Rwanda genocide and Darfur and the Korean regimes and the Khmer regimes and Mao Zedong and Joseph Stalin and Mikhail Gorbachev. Everybody is allowed to seek justice for what happens to them. Peter seeks justice for what happens to the dogs and the animals. You understand? But if you are Black, Latino, and Native American, you don't get to seek justice unless you come into the ISUPK to serve the Lord.
That's right.
What did the Lord say? Verse 10,
The snare is laid for him in the ground.
A snare is a trap. God said there's a trap laid for our oppressor in the ground. Right. What is the trap that God said has been laid? Let's read it.
And a trap for him in the way.
A trap in the way. It's saying in the way because it's not something that you expected. That's why it's called a trap. You see, America's news knows how to profile young black men. Right. They know how to profile Taquan and Davon. They know how to profile Manuel and Jose and Maria and Javier. Right. Donald Trump said they're bad hombres. They said the Haitians are eating dogs. You know who they never talk about? The Ukrainians. The 18 million. The Ukrainians poured into Chicago, getting government assistance, housing, and resources from the same city that they demonized the Latinos and the Haitians for living in.
That's right.
Do you know why? Because the Ukrainians, unlike blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, are not God's chosen people. Those are white men. So it's perfectly acceptable for them to get all the wealth and power and assistance, but you're evil if you're black and Latino getting the same assistance that your people are owed by America.
That's right.
Keep reading.
Verse 12.
His strength shall be hunger bitten. Meaning the things that give our oppressor strength, that strength is going to be hunger bitten. Hunger bitten means if you were able to eat properly from which strengthens you, then you would be strong. What has our oppressor's strength been? Murder. That is the strength of our oppressor. That is America's strength. Missiles, bombs, soldiers, killers, John Wayne Gacy, George Washington, Andrew Jackson, Buffalo Bill, that's their strength. Right. The Marines, Army, Air Force, and the Navy, that's their strength. The ability to take life has been the strength of our oppressor, man. But God said he was going to take his strength away. How did God say he was going to do that? We darn it. Keep going.
And destruction shall be ready at his side.
God said what?
And destruction shall be ready at his side.
God said destruction is ready for our oppressors, man. This is the gospel message of Jesus Christ. Everybody loves Jesus. Let's learn about what Jesus is coming for. God said destruction is ready at our oppressor. Why is God bringing destruction? What is God sending? Read on.
Verse 13. It shall devour the strength of his skin.
No, go ahead. Read again. What's it about?
It shall devour the strength of his skin.
What is the strength of his skin? What is the strength of his skin? They used to call it the complexion for the protection. Right. And the strength of his skin is written in the Bible because it's spiritual. This is talking about being a white man, being a so-called Caucasian. Your strength has skin so that the FBI won't profile you. Even after they know you're going to shoot up a school, they'll still let you go. Right. A black man tail light is out at a traffic stop. He going to get his head blown off. Right. He fall asleep in his car. Xavier Hill's life is over. Right. Breonna Taylor's life is over. Right. But Tatiana Jefferson's life is over. Right. Tamir Rice's life is over. Why? Because they are not white. Right. They're not Caucasian. They're not good old boys. Did you know God said that your skin had strength? Why do you think you're able to travel the world and murder everybody and steal everything and nobody faced justice? Bin Laden had to be he had to face justice for his crimes, right? Bin Laden had to pay, but nobody has to face justice for the crimes that the so-called white man does against them.